In this tutorial, I'm going to show you by far my favorite new feature of Cubase 7's Mix Console, and that is the full screen mode. Now, because I use two monitors on my computer system, in that I have one screen on which I keep my project window and other editors that I'm normally working on, and then I have another separate monitor that I use to hold the Mix Console. There's a really great new feature in the Mix Console that allows you to apply that mixer to the entire screen of either one of your monitors, or any monitor if you have more than two. And because this is such a powerful new feature, I'm going to strongly recommend that you do invest in an additional monitor for your computer and get one that's at least 1920 by 1080 so that you can have a lot of the features of the Mix Console at your fingertips at all times. So let me show you what I'm talking about. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the Mix Console by going to the Devices pull-down menu and selecting Mix Console, and now we're looking at this somewhat small version of our Mix Console, and it's scaled down quite a bit from what you might be able to see on your computer right now, because I have to use a very low resolution when I'm producing these tutorials. So what I'm going to do is show you how to have your Mix Console occupy either your primary, secondary, or any other monitor on your computer. So since I have two monitors on my computer, I'm going to right or control click anywhere on the Mix Console, and that's going to show me this little window. Now, if you don't have two monitors on your computer, then all you're going to be able to see right here at the very top is the always on top setting. But because I have both of my monitors hooked up right now, you can see that I have these full screen options for monitor 1, which is the built-in color liquid crystal display of my MacBook Pro, or I have the full screen mode of monitor 2, which is a 27-inch Dell monitor. But what I'm going to do to show you how this full screen mode works is I'm going to click the full screen on monitor 1, and that's going to apply the entire Mix Console to my MacBook Pro display. And if I zoom out here, you can actually see how much more I can see of the mixer, assuming that I have a large amount of resolution on the monitor that I'm using. And in this case, my MacBook Pro has a 1920 by 1200 monitor resolution. So now there's a whole bunch of stuff I can take advantage of in the Mix Console. And to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, I'm going to go to the Windows Layout button and just start to open up a lot of these different options. I'm going to go to the agent, and I'm going to show all channels. I'm going to view all channel types, go to the racks and make sure that all my racks are enabled. And now I can really customize the display of this Mix Console so that I can use all of the new features of the Mix Console all located on one monitor. Now, typically, I would be using this on my secondary monitor, which I can't do right now because I can only show you one monitor at a time. But if I did want to send this to my external monitor, I can just control or right-click on the mixer and choose the second monitor. So that's full screen mode of the Mix Console, and that's why I recommend having two monitors on your computer, because the Mix Console is going to be able to offer you a lot more power and a lot more flexibility when you're mixing your Cubase projects. So now that we know about full screen mode, let's talk about Mix Console signal flow in our next tutorial.